Hi class. Okay, here is quiz number, this one's number 4. We're gonna start with the neck, rotation, and lateral flexion. So rotation is like this. Lateral flexion is this. Allow. Okay. So there's the slideshow we're using. So rotation, I showed you, is looking left to right or right to left, whichever way you're looking at me. We're going to focus on 5 muscles for rotation and lateral flexion. Obviously, there's a lot of other little muscles involved. I'm not going into great detail of what those muscles are. We're just going to cover kind of, I guess, the most dominant muscles that use that help with that motion. Your first one is your trapezius. Now, obviously, the muscles down here aren't going to affect what happens up here, but the trapezius, it's a big muscle, so it's the upper fibers that help with the rotation of the neck. And that's how you spell trapezius. Okay, this is your levator scapulae. We talked about this one in class. I don't know if yes, I can drag it. You can see a little bit better here. It connects like right on this bony point. Remember your scapula in the shape of a triangle. It connects right here, and it connects at the top of the atlas and axis. Sorry, just the atlas. And it comes all the way down, and also a couple of the vertebrae right here. That helps with rotation. That's how you spell it. Okay, this one is called your sternocleidomastoid. It's this muscle that comes right behind there, and also you got one that comes posterior of that one and comes behind and attaches on the inside of the collarbone. This part attaches to your sternum. I call it a hickey muscle just because, I don't know, that's kind of where people tend to get hickeys, is right on that muscle. Okay, your splenius capitis. This muscle comes to the top here. This one probably looks familiar, as well as the sternocleidomastoid. They were in extension and flexion. They also help with rotation of the neck. You get to see how it's spelled twice. Okay, the next one are your scalenes. Again, we've seen this one before. It should look familiar. You've got your posterior, your anterior, and your medial scalene. You should already know how to spell it. Alright, lateral flexion is bending to the right and left. Okay. There are no pictures because it's all the same muscles for rotation that we just looked at. However, the muscle fibers are working differently. With rotation, things are working cross-laterally. For lateral flexion, they're working a little bit differently, and it goes into a lot of scientific specifics that we're not going to get into. But just understand that all those muscles are doing both functions, as well as you notice from our last quiz, some of them help with the extension and flexion. So keep that in mind. A lot of muscles do multiple things. So there's lots of different ways to work muscles. You can work them doing one thing, and you can work them doing another thing. But just know that those muscle fibers react differently depending on which way you are moving. Okay, study hard. This quiz will only be 2 points because you're only learning 2 more new muscles. Thanks.